Hi guys, it's Claire and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to do another video for you today, a different one that we haven't tried before, although I have a slight feeling I might have done this a long time ago and not really stuck with it, but this time we're going to do it properly. What it is it's going to be a monthly makes. So I'm at the studio now. Everything that we have made this month, so it's been July, I know we've just turned into August now, but this is July's makes in this box here. So this is a mixture of stuff that I've made, Sharni's made, and we've actually got a little bit of stuff that Sophie's made as well in here. So these videos are going to go up at the end of every month or the beginning of the next month. And as I say, just talk you through everything that we've made for the month. So it's a Claire and Sharni Get Crafty monthly makes video. Everything that we've done, as we've been putting into this iris container, this is just a container that we picked up in America. I think we got it at like Joann's or Michael's, one of those type shops. Yeah, and we've piled everything in here. So this is going to be scrapbook layouts, cards, ATCs, art journals, everything is literally piled into this box, and I'm going to go through each one and show you what we've used and show you, tell you who done it as well. So I'll move this out the way and then get them out one by one. So the first thing, the top thing, is this layout here. This is a scrapbook layout that I made. It's using our new Minte papers. This is the Farm Life collection. I cut out all the little frames and mounted them up to pop in these little photos of me and Alan. That Sharni actually took these pictures of us just sort of messing around. Yeah, and they were quite fun. They worked quite well. So everything on here is cut, added to add dimension. We've got glitter on here. We've got some texture paste in the background. Lots of inking. Some little lace in the bottom corners here. If I move it, whoops, closer to you, you can see the lace there. But yeah, really nice, pretty layout, lots of dimension. We're actually doing a special class for this one, a workshop for this layout just on its own, but yeah, really beautiful layout. The next one in our box is one that Sharni designed. This is going to be actually tonight, as I'm filming this video, this is tonight's scrapbook workshop project. So she used this tree slice cut file and painted it. Behind there she's already inked some Tim Holtz like spray ink. We've die cut the letters using some Altenew letter dies. Tim Holtz leaves that we ink up. Obviously stamp out and ink up, and then a little matching border down this side as well. And this is a photo of my nephew Dylan. He was climbing a tree on a walk that we had. So again, if I bring you in closer, you can see all the leaves and the dimension. But yeah, really nice layout, and as I say, that's a workshop one. Next thing we've got is a baby card. I actually made this just the other day. It's a circle baby card. Not quite finished yet. I need to still colour in the bunny, but you've got lots of layers on here. Again, I'll try and bring you in closer. Lots of layers, the little banners here, the alphabet is die cut, and as I say, I still need to colour in the bunny, but this is going to be a workshop card coming up very soon. But yeah, really pretty circle, scallop circle card with lots of inking. Next thing is another card. This is our first Christmas card of the year. I made this one, just done an ink blending colour combination, which I just think looked really pretty. Just lovely soft colours going from the purple to the pink and the light pinky peach colour. Lawn Fawn, Let It Snow, and Tim Holtz snowflake dies. I'm not sure if to add gems on here. Part of me wants to, and then the other part of me just likes it quite plain. So I've left it for a minute and I'm thinking about it. Next card is another one that I designed. This is again using our Minte papers. This is the Celebrations collection, so just lots of layers, lots of ink, some die cutting, pretty flowers on there, a Heidi Swap happy die, a tag with an eyelet and some ribbon, and as I said, this is workshop card which is coming up I think next week. We've got some little ATCs. The theme this week for ATCs was sewing, so I made this little set of 3 using the Lawn Fawn, what's it called? So Happy, I think it is, the little set. So I just added details, little buttons as well with stitching on there, some Copic colouring, stitching around the edge of the whole thing. And yeah, made a little set of 3 of those. The same time, Sophie was at ATC Club and she actually made some for the stitching and sewing theme. Oops, wrong way round. So she done these 3. She just done lots of inking, cut her paper down, lots of inking, stitched around the edge, stitched around the edge of these little banners as well and inked them up, and gave them lots of dimension, put the buttons on and stitched through. So yeah, you get lots of texture and dimension, but you've definitely got the stitching on there, which was the theme of ATC Club this week. The next thing to share is an art journal page. This is going to be another workshop project using the Tim Holtz Crazy Birds, all to new letters, lots of ink blending, stenciling, splatters with paint as well, some texture paste on there, the usual sort of thing for an an art journal. This is a 6x6 page. A lot of the ladies that come along work on 6x6, but some of them also work in their art journals, so you can do it either directly on your art journal or on a page and then stick it in your own book. But yeah, really like that one. Some more art journal pages or mixed media pages to show you. These are ones that I've just made throughout the month, but I haven't shared them yet. There's this robots one where I made it, obviously distressed all the background, stamped the background, added texture paste. I've cut out the Tim Holtz cogs, used Tim Holtz words and also Tim Holtz little robots to make this one. So yeah, different one for in the album. I'm not sure that I love this one, it's not a fave, but I do like the cogs. I'm not a fan of the robots. I think maybe I should have coloured them in a slightly different colour, but it's done. And you know, and added brads in there as well, so you've got quite a bit of texture. Again, another one, we've been doing a lot of mixed media retypes, or I have, more than anyone else. This is an Under the Sea one that I done. Bring it closer so you can see it. So again, mainly Tim Holtz stuff on here. I made my own like porthole. It's got acetate in there so it looks like a window. We've got some chain onto the anchor. Everything's been inked. The brads that I put around the edge were gold, and then I painted them black, so then sanded it off a bit so you could get to see the gold sort of coming through the black. But yeah, another good one. I like this one. Very thick, this one, super heavy. It's got lots of texture on it and all different pastes and things. This one, the Dreamcatcher one, was one that we done at workshop. More simple this time, just a sort of pretty background, and then inked around the edges using an MFT stencil. Cut the Dreamcatcher on the silhouette machine. Lots of stitching. Feathers that are MFT feathers, and then the Altenew letter dies or alphabet dies again to get the word dream, and some heat embossing for the gold on the bottom of the feathers. So quite a pretty one. And a last mixed media one that I've done, which actually was at the beginning of the month. This was our another class one or workshop one, and this is doing butterflies. So again, lots of ink, lots of texture, stamped out the butterflies, coloured them in. These circles were cut on the silhouette machine. Obviously they were white, and then we inked them black, and also put a little bit of gold on there, like rubbed on some liquid gold paste. Yeah, very textury, like this one a lot, and it's butterflies, and I love butterflies. A scrapbook layout now. This is one that Sharni made. So this again is the Minte collections. She made this 12x12 layout, cut out, hand cut all the flowers, added the MFT leaves and Tim Holtz leaves. Lots of gems, this natural twine type stuff that we actually brought from White Company. It was just in a sale in the shop in town. So we brought it for in the craft studio. We knew it'd come in handy, and then she die cut the word love as well. So really beautiful layout. Again, lots of layouts, lots of layers, lots of texture, and a bit of shine on there as well. The picture is of Sharni and her boyfriend, just on a day out. Actually, the same day out where she took the pictures of me and Alan back at the very beginning. Next one, there's quite a lot in this box. This is one that Sharni made. I think she was inspired by one that she saw on Pinterest, but she made this Eat, Craft, Sleep, Repeat layout using papers from Illustrated Faith. A photo that I took of her a while back, actually. This is when she was living back in our old place, and we were sitting at the desk and we were doing some Copic colouring, and I just snapped a photo of her. So yeah, she just done this crafty type layout, and the papers worked perfectly. Cut all the title out on the silhouette machine, backed each one of the letters. They're all actually raised up, so you've got quite a lot of dimension there. But yeah, fun 12x12 layout. Another one that Sharni made. This is one of when we were on a holiday in Goa, I think back in 2013. Again, Minte papers. We've been going crazy on these Minte papers since we got them. They are absolutely beautiful. Lots of inking, lots of cutting out, lots of layering, just to get that on there, and it's a picture that I took of the girls, as I say, when we were in Goa. We were on a boat trip, and I just turned around and snapped a picture, and I really love the picture. Another one of Sharni's ones. This is from a holiday in America. Went on an airboat ride with all the family. All my family went over, and we took this airboat ride to go and see all sorts of wildlife. This was in 2012. I don't actually know what collection this paper is from that she used, but very simple, lots of lovely thickers, and yeah, just getting some photos done. We've now got some more little ATCs again. Just some cute little ones that I made recently, just using the MFT, what was it called? So Fierce or Totally Fierce? Fierce Friends, that's what it was. Little tiny cute tigers, lots of leaves, die cutting. Yeah, and the sentiments from the stamp and die set, so they're MFT. Bring one up so you can see it. Can't get used to using this camera backwards, can you tell? When I'm looking on the viewfinder, it's completely opposite to what you're seeing. But yeah, it's a cute little set of ATCs. I'm liking doing the ATCs. I am preferring doing them portrait so that they fit nicely in the pocket pages. And I like making a little set of 3. I think it's quite cute to do them in sets. So another scrapbook layout now. This is one that I've actually just posted on Instagram today. And this is, again, Minte papers, one that I made. This is a circle cut file that I had, which I layered onto here and then done all the stitching around the edge, which took absolutely forever to do all this stitching on here. Lots of fussy cutting, lots of inking, lots of shaping everything. Butterflies have gone a bit flat, but they will pop up. Some gems hidden in there. And this cut file, which I think could be from Imaginesse, which I just layered up. I don't cut it twice, so on blue and on the white. If you watch my vlogs, you would have seen all of this anyway, but just little sneak peeks of it. And also, obviously, they get shared on our Facebook group and in our Instagram and Pinterest. But I just thought it'd be good to have this video sort of showcasing everything again. So yeah, I love this one. Love this jar on here. Super pretty. Another one I think made the following day actually from that one is this Stonehenge layout, quite a simple layout using tiny strips of papers. This was a painted background that Sharni and I had a little play with this month, making our own background. So I literally just painted that on, then added some flicks of paint, inked around the edges to get a bit of texture, so you can see all those flicks of paint on there. A picture of Stonehenge that I took a while back, stuck on these thickers, which just worked perfectly. And yeah, layered it up, and some pretty flowers. That's it. Quite a simple one, but actually quite striking and works nicely sort of with this photo, sort of the column style. Another card we've got for you. This is a card that Sharni made a while back for 4th of July. Just to put on our Instagram. So we're using one of the American collections that we picked up over there, and the Tim Holtz, I think it's Tim Holtz anyway, the rosette die. So quite a basic card, but yeah, just a fun one. And the same paper collection, I believe, is this layout that she made. So a picture of me and Sharni when we were over in Florida in May, and we picked up these big hats and put them on. They were in a Tuesday morning shop, and I think they were only meant to be for display purposes, and me and Sharni grabbed them and popped them on our heads, and someone snapped a photo. Or it might have been Sharni actually doing a selfie, I'm not sure. There's lots of us there, we were all having a bit of a laugh. But she cut this star cut file out on the silhouette, backed it all with different coloured papers. And then this, seriously, this happened, I think is Amy Tangerine thickers, and she's backed them on coloured card as well and cut round them to make them pop a little bit more. Yeah, just a nice fun scrapbook layout. At the same time, I also made these little ATCs, so again, little 4th of July ATCs, just a cute little set to go on our Instagram using the same collection of paper, and lots of silver stars on there. So yeah, just cute little American themed, 4th of July themed ATCs. Scrapbook layout that I done right at the very beginning of the month. All to new flowers, ranunculus flowers, a cut file from Paige Taylor Evans. This is actually the one that's on the top of her cake cut file, but I cut the top off just to get the leaves behind there. Some thickers that I had, a Heidi Swap word. I had this heart cut file, I'd actually had it cut out for ages, so I just stuck that on there and then stitched through. As you know, I like to do my stitching on my layouts. So just stitch through that, put a black and white border down the edge, and some ink splatters as well, just to finish it off. This is a picture of Sophie taken back in 2012, just at the fields at the back of our house. They, every so often, they go yellow with, I think it's the maize, is it maize or rapeseed? I'm not sure. Whatever this, someone tell me what this yellow flower is, but it looks absolutely beautiful anyway when it's in bloom. So we always go over there and do a little photo shoot. ATCs again, these are some Altenew ones, using one of the new Altenew stamp sets that we got into the shop. These are, I think they're called Perfectly Perfect, could be wrong. I'll link all the products that I'll try and remember to link all the products that I've mentioned down below. But yeah, another little set of ATCs, just some wood grain backing paper. I've done some ink splatters on the back, Tim Holtz words which I stapled on. Oh, sorry, excuse me again with the camera angle. And put the flowers on. Oh, they're clematis. It's climbing clematis, that's what it's called, this set. So yeah, little set of 3 again. As I say, I like doing little sets of 3. A layout again for a workshop. This was one where we done a boy birthday or party time. So we done lawn fawn papers, made a grid style layout, cut them all down, stuck them on, punched out and die cut stars, an Avery Hour frame. This is a photo of my nephew Austin celebrating his birthday, and just a what is that, MFT party word, and I think memory box letters for the time on there, so die cuts, and also some silver stars scattered across, and a tiny bit of stitching as well, just added to some places. And again, that was a workshop one, so it was really nice making that with all the ladies. Another scrapbook layout of Sharni's. Oh, have I got 2 stuck together? Yeah, bear with me. Scrapbook layout of Sharni's. Very simple, this one. She picked up this beautiful piece of paper in America. I think it was only Michael's own or Joanne's own brand paper. It wasn't anything fancy. And she sort of saved the middle of it, cut this piece here, saved the middle, which she then fussy cut these flowers from, offset her piece of white card, which is trimmed in gold, and then stuck her fussy cut flowers on the bottom, added a title from Heidi Swap, and used a photo of Sophie on there. So just a really simple but very striking layout. Another one Sharni made, which is again using Altenew flowers. This is the Perfectly Perfect set of flowers, and she's done some hidden journaling on here as well that pulls out from behind the photo of us 3. So it's me, Sharni, Sophie at Sheffield Park when they had the Water Lily Festival not that long ago. And again, using those Altenew letters. Can you tell that we like those Altenew letters? Another scrapbook layout. This one's from me this time. This is one that I made using those MFT feather dies again, the same ones that I used on the Dreamcatcher art journaling page. So cut them all out of patterned paper. This is Echo Park collection that I used. And cut them all out, mounted up my photos using the same papers, just literally used the whole collection for everything on here. Got the title from there, these little words from there, the circle stickers were also from the same collection, and the little black scalloped border as well. So it's all just from one collection. It is one that we sell in the shop. I can't actually for the life of me remember what it's called, but again, as I say, I'll try and link everything down below. But lots of texture, stitched through the feathers and then folded them up so you get a bit of texture on there. Yeah, really pretty layout. Oh, we've got more ATCs. Right, so this next set of ATCs was another workshop that we done. The theme was, clocks and time. These are the 3 that Sharni made. So she stamped all these clocks in the background, added gorgeous girls, put it's always time for tea, or it's always tea time, and the little gorgeous girl in the cup. Done all the inking on the background, added lots of glitter, lots of distressing, I think paper piecing for the clothing, and a little bit of Copic colouring as well. So a set of 3 ATCs. Oh, get rid of the glitter. Oh, this was actually some new glitter that we'd just brought. It's a tonic glitter, it's like a chunky glitter, which is actually really, really nice. So yeah, they were pretty. At the same time, these were the ones that Sophie made. So exactly the same workshop, so it's still the clocks and time theme. And she added the cogs from the Tim Holtz set, cut them out in black, brads through the middle, lots of inking again, a little bit of glitter as well, so a nice set of 3. And then my set on that day were these three here, which were those three. So exactly the same again. I've done some patterned paper, ink around the back, popped my clocks on. These clocks I actually printed out from the internet. They were just a free printable, so I cut round the clock faces, added lots of ink in and stamp in, added little teeny tiny hands to the clocks. If you see here, I've put up a brad in there and cut these little arrow dies to put hands on the clocks. Lots of flowers with gems in the middle, and again that chunky glitter. So a little set of three. Oh, and Tim Holtz chipboard words as well. Right, we're getting to the end of the box. We have got another layout by Sharni. Sorry, no, this was me. This was my layout. When Sharni done the circle one, I nicked some of her flowers and I done this layout. So I painted my own background, made my own ombre background, mounted that onto a black and white piece of card. I then, as I say, nicked her flowers that she'd already stamped and cut. They're the Altenew ones. Mounted up my pictures, stamped using Altenew, I think is it called tall alphabet stamps, a sticker that I already had in a set, and also found these hearts that match nicely because I had them in a set and they were going from dark, medium to light, so they work nicely on the page. Yeah, simple one, but again using a background where I had painted it myself. Photos are taken of Sophie, again over in the yellow field, so it's the same day from the other photos as well. And we're on the very last thing to show you, which actually isn't the best one to end on. It's a pocket page layout that I made just to get photos documented from a day where we went down to Longley and we saw the giraffes and fed the giraffes. I didn't have the best of photos. These are okay, but they weren't amazing. I think they were probably only taken on my iPhone. So I just made a title, Meeting the Giraffes at Longleat. Added in the photos, printed out this giraffe backing paper again from the internet, just a freebie. I just googled free giraffe paper. I think I put free giraffe backgrounds and then printed it out. And yeah, made sort of something out of not the best photos really. So yeah, it went nicely, but not an amazing one. But it gets it in the album. And that is it. So I hope you like this video. That's a lot of stuff to get through. That's a lot of makes in a month from me and the girls. But obviously we're loving here at the studio and we're loving the fact that we've got so much time to sit and play and create all the time. So I think these videos are going to go down well, where I can just literally pile everything into one and show you everything. As I say, it will have already been up on all their social media, so Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. If you don't